Ghostrider is an amazing CCI wooden coaster located at Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California. In 1997, the Knott family announced a wooden coaster by Custom Coasters International, or CCI for short. Ghostrider was the last addition to Knott's by the Knott family, as the park was acquired by Cedar Fair in October 1997. Cedar Fair ultimately decided to continue with the project. Ghostrider ended up being finished 6 months ahead of schedule and opened on December 8, 1998. In late 2015 through spring 2016, Ghostrider underwent a massive refurbishment by Great Coasters International, or GCI, which included the all-new track and the addition of airtime hills and bank turns. As well as this, the mid-course brake run was removed. The theming. Ghostrider's theme goes as follows. There once was a Union soldier who during the Civil War headed west in search of gold. He settled in the boom town of Calico in California. The man found work in the famous Calico mine. What happened to him is unknown, but according to local folklore, one day the man went into the mine on horseback and never returned. Following his disappearance, on clear nights, locals recall seeing what appeared to be a ghost riding a horse flying across the night sky. This theme is really cool, but it is not really displayed on ride. Because Ghostrider is placed in the Ghost Town section of Knott's, the area matches the ride's theme very well. The trains. Ghostrider features the GCI Millennium Flyers. These trains can be found on most of GCI's wooden roller coasters. The restraints were very comfortable and left ample room for airtime. These come down automatically, which caught me by surprise as this was my very first roller coaster with these trains. The seats are also padded, which makes the trains even more comfortable. The only restraint I prefer are the intimate over-the-shoulder lap bars found on something like Velocicoaster at Universal's Islands of Adventure. You can find my review of that ride in the description of this video. Another good thing about Ghostrider's trains is how they look. If you did not know, Ghostrider's trains are either silver, copper, or gold, as defined by their front car. This is supposed to represent different mining metals. I really like how Knott's added the Ghostrider logo to the front of the train. That is a nice touch that they easily couldn't have added. The ride experience. Ghostrider starts with a dip to the left out of the station. Ghostrider then turns 270 degrees to the right and heads up the 118-foot tall lift. While you go up, you get a great view of the historic Ghost Town area. Ghostrider then charges down the 108-foot drop. My only 2 rides were in the back and the second to last row. In these 2 rows, I got borderline ejector airtime on this drop. I came in not expecting much, but this drop certainly delivered. Ghostrider then turns 90 degrees to the left and heads up a camelback. The turn had some pretty good positive G's, but the camelback gave another great moment of sustained flowjector airtime. Ghostrider then heads into this weird turnaround thing. Had some okay laterals, but nothing more. Ghostrider then heads into a high-speed turn to the right. This had fantastic laterals and even a pinch of weak airtime on the drop into the next element. Ghostrider then rises into yet another turnaround. This had some very weak laterals, but it did get me hyped up for the famous drop off the mid-course. I heard that this was a fantastic drop in the back, and it did not disappoint. This drop gave one of the sharpest pops of ejector airtime I've experienced. Following this element are 2 airtime hills that bank to the right at the end. I have heard some people say that in the front, the first hill gives great airtime. However, I can't really speak to how it was. Ghostrider then heads into what feels sort of like a double up that banks to the left. The first up in the double up gave some weak floater airtime. Ghostrider then drops to the right and rises into an airtime hill. This airtime hill gave some very light floater airtime. Ghostrider then heads into another airtime hill. This gave sustained floater airtime. Ghostrider then rises up into the final element, the 540-degree downward helix. This element gave some of the wildest sustained laterals I've ever experienced. Ghostrider then hops into the brakes. This ends your 4,533-foot long journey on Ghostrider. Final thoughts. Ghostrider is the best wooden roller coaster I've ridden. It has it all. Great laterals, some great airtime moments, great pacing, and some positive G's. The only criticism I have for Ghostrider is that it did kinda run rough on my second ride. I would like it if the drop were taller, but you can't really change that. Ghostrider is my favorite roller coaster in California and my 5th favorite overall, though I have only ridden 34 different roller coasters as of making this video. And I have not experienced hang time or accelerator. Hang time was down for half the day because of wind, and accelerator only cycled twice. What do you think of Ghostrider? Tell me in the comments below. And hey, if this video does well, expect a lot more roller coaster reviews in the future, especially as I ride more roller coasters. Bye!